Hey, United Rogue. It's your boy Biscuit back from a long time, and I got Rico with me.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
And we got a first week of our Emerald game going on here. We got Miami versus Montreal. So this is going to be fun to see a new season. It's also so weird to see Montreal Nightmare instead of Stags, but you got anyone you know of definitely in this game? I know we probably both know Asura. I don't know anyone else too much.
Yeah, no, I know a couple names. I know Asura, I know Winter, and Soup on the side of Montreal. Soup actually, I believe last season might have been his inaugural rookie season in Emerald, and actually put in a lot of work on Tank. And on the side of Miami, I think I've seen a little bit of Ash's Waffle. I believe I showed up to one of the Emerald tryouts briefly. But a lot of new names, and like you said, a new season. Got our first streamed game of the season here in Emerald tonight, and we're gonna kick things off.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be absolutely exciting, and it's ready to see this good old season 10. It'd be so funny if we could have it just like season 1 Emerald finals with the googly eyes, but we can't. Do we know who won the coin flip? It was
MTL. They are gonna. It looks like they're gonna opt for map pick first.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This is one of the things that I always go back and forth on in my head. If you should take map or ban first, just because I feel like a lot of the control maps play pretty similarly. You might get more bang for your buck if you opt for the first target ban.
That's how I think. I always think getting the ban first is great. 'Cause it's like, all right, pick your map. Especially when it's later in the season. Like when we're in that week 3 or 4 and we're like, okay, well, we have film on you now. It's like, well, you play, Mauga. Well, you're going to go on this map? You're going to go on Saravasa? Mauga gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. I do think, especially we see a lot in Emerald too. A lot of different bans come out as opposed to like watching a Ruby or Sapphire game. I feel like as the weeks go on and players get to know one another in Emerald, sometimes we end up it is like a target ban thing, right? But yeah, sometimes it'll be used on real niche heroes. I think a great example is Buns from Buns' time in Emerald. You see Junkrat bans come out, even on maps that aren't traditionally a map you'd want to burn. Yeah, a Junkrat ban on, but you see it, and sometimes it ends up being worth it, just because you get that person off a comfort pick, and you're able to take a map and build momentum for yourself. And I think that's what makes it interesting when we see bans down here. And it looks like we have the map pick coming through. MTL's gonna decide to lock Ilios as the first control map.
I do love Ilios. There is the good old well that everybody knows. The well has made hundreds of clips. There's definitely clips of it in this league of the well. I think it was like, one time Abon got pushed down into it in the middle of a streamed game.
Yeah, we do love funny environmental kills. Many a victim to the well. I do believe Foliage, if you're in the chat.
Oh, it was Foley? Oh, okay.
Foley had a blunder into the well.
It was pretty funny, but yeah, it looks like they're all still getting it figured out. I'm just interested to see how we're gonna roll out here, because this is a lot of new faces, but that's why Emerald's so great. It's one of those, good spots for if you're just figuring out, or if it's your first time in a league. This is where you'd want to be. Run into Emerald, you're a new name, get to learn a lot. Especially for the first week, ain't no one gonna really know what you do.
As we say that, though, we do see an Onron ban come out from the side of Miami. They get the first ban, and if I'm not mistaken, that's a target ban right out the gate. Winter has
With the
at
on-run
least
picture.
been, yeah, the on-run profile picture in lobby, but also a huge advocate for 10-mans. I've seen Winter running it down on the on-run in 10-mans before, and Miami, they're pulling no punches. Coming out the gate, they're going to target ban Winter's on-run map 1.
Yeah. On-run could definitely be a very annoying hero, especially if let loose into like a dive or like just a rush. On-run could be really annoying.
Yeah, for sure. I actually, believe it or not, someone, if you're in the chat and you can clip it, I want you to clip this. It is my theory that mid-season patch on-run's going to get another buff. I think Blizzard wants this hero to be meta so bad. And I think on ranked ladder, you do see some on-runs hitting some crazy clips, but I don't know. I sense another micro buff in the works. Quote me. Mid-season patch, on-run buff. It's coming.
That'd be crazy. Because the thing about on-run is like, on-run is already good enough if you can just stay alive. But if she had like sudden burst damage, instantly would be like one of the very best PS. Absolutely.
Oh wait, that being said, hold on. We have the second ban coming out.
Ooh.
A Juno ban from the side of MTL.
Is Ashes known as a Juno player?
I think they have some time on Juno. I think the thing
Yeah, they
about
do.
a lot of
It's their most played person, I think.
yeah, I think the thing about a lot of flex support players though is you're really looking to ban the hero, right? Not so much the player. Because I feel like a lot of the flex supports, you're gonna have the Juno Kiriana just like the staple, right?
Yeah, you have to at least learn one of those three to be a quality. But it's like a main support that doesn't know Lucio. It's like, what do you mean? Like, you gotta know Blue. Yeah, it looks like Ashes is a level 143 Juno. Pretty high. As we're getting into our first game of the new Season 10. And let's see what's going to go on here. Hopefully we go to a Game 5 overtime. That'd be a good way to start the season.
Also, I see 26 viewers in our chat. And if there's a moderator in there, no one started the gambling. Unless I missed it.
Yeah,
I don't
I can't
see any channel point gambling going on. It's the first game. Mods, you got to get on this. What's going on?
I still have 34,000 channel points, okay? I got to be ready.
All right, but let's see what kind of looks we're getting here. It looks like...
Oh, we got a Sora on the classic Mercy. No, that's a Sora staple. With Winter as Pharah.
The Pharmercy duo and Soup on the Sigma. Soup, like I said last season, a huge breakout tank player down here in Emerald, and put in a lot of work on the Sig, actually. And looks like the opposition is going to roll out on a Diva comp here. Some Venture, another hero we love seeing, especially down here in Emerald. One of Bowsy's favorites.
Absolutely. And so far, both teams are just kind of feeling each other out. I do like how Montreal has taken the height very early. Ooh, there goes Stray falling. Good kill from Winter. As it looks like they're in cage. There goes Suzu. And it looks like Montreal is going to try to cap the point first. And they will.
And this Mizuki's going to get caught out here. Soup.
Ooh.
Finds him, and Winter gets the cleanup. And now the late picks coming through.
Absolutely. Oh, and Soup with a good double.
The double kill, a clean rock.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, really good work for Montreal. Really doing a good job controlling the height, really controlling the space. Not gonna let Miami breathe, but this Diva can honestly be a really good stopper to their whole plan. Let's just see what they're gonna do here. The Diva's getting low.
Trying desperately to suppress this far, because Winter is just barraging them with rockets. Ball's low, but the Mercy Pocket's going to come through, but Stray finds Blue Wolf on the rotate, and Xylix cleaning up Peach Crisp. We have picks in favor of Miami, but Winter
there goes
fighting back.
Stray. And the Mercy
Back
still
and forth.
staying alive, trying to find the Pharah. Winner will fall. Asura will get the res on Soup, but it's not going to matter too much as Soup will get, I think, staggered. He will get staggered by a little bit.
Make trouble. I am trouble.
Blue Wolf able to stay alive here as MTL looks to regroup. Now we have ults on the board. This is going to be our first big ult fight here, hopefully coming up. And I'm
Absolutely.
curious to see how Winter gets in position to use this barrage against the D.Va.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how they're going to all use their ults, but you know, it's a classic Emerald thing. There's the one ult. Everyone press Q. It's time, everybody.
No, they're holding back.
Oh,
Ashes is the only one.
Wow.
And the pressure coming out is going to find a pick on a Winter. But the Mercy Valkson is able to res, but
Oh, man.
Nostra falls. The picks are in favor of MTL right now.
There goes Stray. That's a big kill from Peach. Peach with a double. Getting
Just
a
as
double
D.Va
kill.
here.
It's just D.Va.
And this is textbook here. And Kavoots might even get staggered if he doesn't jump off the map here. He is smart enough.
Yup.
And that's big. If you're on the side of MTL, you invested one ult. It was just the Mercy ult.
Absolutely. And you know, you have basically there is 8 ultimates on the board between both teams. And this is last fight territory. We are in the last fight now for this first map.
They need to be careful. There's no speed. A Flux here could actually cut off the touch.
You're right, it can, but it looks like Stray is going to be the guarantee to that. And Stray has floated in.
A crazy
There's
rush!
Mizune.
Or a crazy rock on Ashes.
Oh, Winter rejecting the high noon.
And
Buys
it's sort of
her
different.
out.
Ult dump on point here.
And
It's Miami
there.
desperately.
Oh, the D.Va bomb. Oh, it doesn't get anybody. And Stray will fall, and Stray falls, and it looks like your first map, the first point, yeah, will end up going to Montreal. What do you think, I guess, what Miami could do better going into that next game, into this next round?
I do feel like Winter was a little uncontested on the Pharah. A lot of just spam damage coming out. And I think a lot of it could probably be mitigated through how they rotate and, you know, the positions that they're going to play from. Other than that, I think the big thing, honestly, is our ults, right? We didn't really use them until the big ult dump at the end. We managed to stave off pressing Q all at once in that first big ult fight, in quotation marks. But
Right.
then we didn't really use any until our last like desperation touch.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but so far the farm... Oh no, there is no Far Mercy. Now we have Soldier and Soj. Bit of a difference. Stray the only flyer now. We'll have to see... What is Montreal going to do? Really good at already taking the space and taking the height. Echo already on the supports. Oh, there... Oh no, there goes both of Miami's supports gone. Asura falls as well. Well,
And this
So-
should be cleanup for Montreal here.
it should be, and it will be. Yeah, D.Va needs to get out, or they're just gonna get staggered. And they're trying to.
She's gonna be okay. The D.Va ends up making it
No.
at least back to the support.
Nope.
Taking a lot of damage though.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
Able to live. A little scary.
That was a little spooky.
But this Sig is just looking to be oppressive and sort of stuff the squishies in the choke. As Kevin's able to fly over and get the TP for his Kiri. As Miami looks to take an angle to sort of break this, but it doesn't matter. Winter with the opening pick on the Xylix.
Yeah, and so far this has been really great, you know, for Montreal.
Ooh,
Going straight with a kill, but it doesn't matter.
The trades are still coming out.
Both teams are pretty much even right now in terms of who's alive.
This D.Va's sort of stuck in no man's land. Of course, short booster cooldown. It was
Ooh, there goes
Xylix.
the Kiri.
Yeah, with a cheeky pick. Now Soup falling back to get the Mercy Taxi, as that's their only source of healing right now.
Yeah, and right now it just seems like Miami is trying to take control.
Stray finds winner. That's a big pick. No stress,
Very
be careful not to
big.
fall here.
Ooh, okay, they're still up. They're still up. Asura falls. Big pick. Can Stray stay alive? That's the biggest thing here right now. They got to keep being annoying. And Miami will take it. They have all 5 ults on the board. Soup gets staggered. And now we have 10 ults on the board. Either, we know Emerald's history. Either they're all 10 gonna press Q or no one's gonna press Q. And that's all that's ever gonna happen.
Oh, Xylix falls.
Ooh, that's a big pick from Winter.
Oh,
There
but an
is the
aggressive
Venture.
ult out of the Venture. Oh, and a rock from Soup to shut it down. The Valve
That's
comes out.
rough. And they're gonna lose mech. They lose mech, and there they go.
No, wait, we commit
No!
the in desperation to try to hold on to this point. It ekes out a couple more percentage, but maybe you want that one back.
Absolutely. Right now, Winner with another kill. Craziness from Winner. There is the ult. Soldier is out.
And Kevitz is able to get this touch. Ash is TPing in. But
Ooh, there's a Kitsune rush.
the
Oh
ults
my
are just
goodness.
too
Yep.
overwhelming.
Oh! Oh,
Yes.
no one.
That is going to be the first map.
First map going to Montreal in a pretty dominant fashion. We'll have to see what adjustments Miami wants to do as, yeah, Soup gets play of the game. It's probably that last Flux, I would imagine.
No, there's
No?
a crazy rock on Ash. A big
Or, well,
Flux
it was
there.
a Flux. It just wasn't the Flux I was thinking about. Okay, didn't get anybody. Well, cool. Well, going into the next game, what do we, any ideas you think that Miami should change up? I have a few ideas.
I'm torn, right? Because I actually think a lot of the motion that Miami had going for them
Yeah.
was when the Diva and the Venture were able to get on a target together.
I agree.
But the backline seemed to be struggling when the Sig would cut off the rotate or cut off the angle, right? They're taking a lot of poke damage and they would just kind of get folded. So I think you either have to maybe opt for some speed, whether it be in a Lucio or a Juno, right? So you could relocate, you could take height yourself, you could get away from that sort of spam or that poke, or help the Diva and the Venture make the rotation, right? Or the Diva has to interact, has to fight the Sig like the other tank a little bit more. Whether that's on Diva or on a different tank, I don't know. But I think one of those has to give, right? Because the way they're playing the split right now, their backline is getting bullied just a little too hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think now that Juno is back for the whole series, you know, because that's what Ash just seems like is their most played character. I think they should go like Juno Brig, protect each other. That way then they can just move together as a unit. Mizuki was doing okay, but I think a Brig would do better, or just like a Moira or just something. Because the issue with Mizuki, I feel like, is just he doesn't do enough heals for what they were trying to do. Like, Mizuki is great when it's like everyone's together, but when they're like trying to dive in everything, Mizuki kind of doesn't make sense. Unless, you know, at least I don't think it makes sense.
I do also think Miami has to take into account Winter. All right, I don't know if Asura is going to be on that Pocket Mercy all series, but Winter found a lot of opening picks, right? A lot of heads sticking out a little too far and kind of just shutting down some fights there outright before they even happen.
Yep.
So I think they definitely have to be looking to keep Winter suppressed, or at least be aware of the angles Winter is going to be taking going into this next map here.
Absolutely. Winter was doing amazing, and now Winter has Onron back. So now it becomes, if you're going to have to deal with an Onron, how are you going to deal with it? You're going to have to either poke it, or you're going to have to blow up that Onron really quickly.
Well, let's not forget,
Yep.
Miami, they lost the first map, so they do get both map pick and ban here. So even though they can't ban Onron outright, they could look to opt for a more open, long-range map where the Onron's flank angles are sort of negated just through the map's geometry. They could look to do something like that if they really are afraid of the Onron that much.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. Winter was looking pretty mean on the Soj there too. Do you want to take a long range map? Do you want to open it up? I feel like Winter was pretty comfortable there, swapping from flexing off of the projectile and onto a more traditional quote unquote hit scan hero.
For sure. We'll just have to see. I mean, if I'm Miami, the Sigma I felt like did a lot of work. I think Soup was doing really great work with the Sigma. I think they led the entire lobby in damage and kills. Let's see. What is their most played tank? Their most played tank, really, it's just a level 20 Ramatra is their highest level, and then 19 on Sigma.
Yeah,
that
is
their highest.
I think what I like so much about the Emerald games is the pace of the game's a little different, right? So you do get to see what would traditionally be considered not meta choices, right? Like, don't get me wrong, Sig is actually, I think, in a pretty great place, especially if you're a ranked player, right? If you want to play Sig on your circuit, on pretty much any escort map, like, it's definitely an option. But you still see him get beat out on the control maps traditionally by tanks with more mobility. But here we see Soup able to close off angles, get a lot of damage, and honestly land some absolutely crazy rocks there. So yeah, that's what I love about Emerald. And speaking of Sigma, it looks like Miami's going to opt to take us to Midtown.
Midtown is a really good map for like Domina, Sigma, Ramatra does pretty well here, Mauga. This is a very good kind of poke, but you can also run dive here. This is going to be interesting to see what they're going to do. Looks like they are very committed to a certain ban as they're waiting for confirmation about roster lock.
Yeah, rosters aren't officially locked, but I'll let you in the know, chat. It looks like Miami might try to take Asora's Mercy off the table here. They don't want to deal with the damage boost coming out of Montreal's hit scan. Or honestly anyone. Whether Soup even gets a little blue beam action for a little bit there on the signal. There's a lot of poke coming out.
Yeah, definitely when you got that hit scan. Winter was doing work with that damage, just doing a lot of great work with that damage boost, making it work well for them. We'll have to see it looks like we're just waiting for it. I wonder what Montreal is going to want to ban. If I was Montreal, you know who I would ban if I was Montreal? Just to, help it get to game 3 quick. I'd get rid of the Venture. Because Stray was the main one engaging, it felt like. Felt like Stray was if he got a pick, then everyone got to move in. If he didn't get the pick, they couldn't move.
We could see a Venture ban. I don't know though. Again, I know it's one of those things here in Emerald that I both like and dislike about it. Because I feel like the target bans sometimes are great. Because even on a map like this, on Midtown, where maybe Venture might not be in her best element, right? If you take that piece away and it makes your team feel comfortable, your backline feel comfortable, then do it, right? You just won the map, the first map, ride that momentum. But I might argue make Kevin play something that's not Diva. There was a lot of moments where the only motion came from the Venture and the Diva, and I feel like Soup is just so comfortable on the Sigma, and that's what we're going to see him on here, that he probably would win that tank matchup outright if you take that mobility away. So maybe that's what I would see, but it looks like MTL is going to ban Cass.
That's a good pick. Getting rid of the Cassidy. Their Cassidy did do some really great work in that last fight, the last map. I don't know how to say his name. Essentially, yeah, the Cass did pretty well. I think the Venture was doing great. It's just a matter of, I feel like they need to work together about Dive. And like Dive is the hardest comp to run. Because everyone's got to be on the same page. If you're not on the same page, you're going to be left, Cancun versus, being with your team.
Yeah, that's true. And that's one of the things about not having the speed. I know Ashes likes the Juno. Juno was banned. But now that that's back on the table, maybe the Dive looks a little more certain, right? Maybe the Squishies have the speed ring to help their rotation. They might not get cut off as easily. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. Do you think we're going to see a Domina in this? I think Domina would go good here. I've seen good Domina play here before in my ranked game.
Yeah, I mean, Domina, Sig, I feel like sometimes interchangeable. I don't know how much Domina Soup has down or Kevitu's, I'm not sure, but I think if you're Soup, you just stick to the Sig. I don't think you mix it up. You're gonna. I think we're definitely.
Oh, ooh, I like that pick. I like the Orisa pick.
Soup is locking the Ram here. It looks like, at least hovering it, teasing it.
I love the Orisa pick here. Orisa is such a hard tank to kill, such a tanky tank. So. Against Ramattra, too, those are both tanks that are just never going to die. They take forever to die. And for the backline...
There's a sim. I kind of like the sim. Because if she's able to carry sightlines, these long fights, right? We just pointed out both tanks, right? They're really tanky. They don't die. That's kind of what they excel at. A high beam sim, though, starts to melt things the longer the fight goes on, right? So we'll see what happens here.
And besides that, too, you could easily, as Symmetra, just say, hey, we're going to TP behind them. We're going to sandwich it and just keep it moving. But here we go with their first fight coming together. Ramattra already in the grill of Miami. And, I mean, Soup, the man in space. Big kill. Soldiers down. There goes Stray. Both teams are even right now. Down 1 DSE. Ooh, there goes Ash.
And it looks like Orisa's going to concede that first choke point as Winner onto the back line looking for more picks. Is going to get caught out, though.
Ooh, Winner falls, but there goes Ashes falling as well.
And the mortar's back. Ooh, but the Sim kind of gets caught out. Stuck on point while the Orisa gives the space. Both teams... sort of, I don't know, we might see a recontest here. The Orisa is there, wants it.
Yeah, they just get there in time. They barely got in there, but they're getting beat up in the corner immediately. Blue Wolf falls. There goes Ash's Waffle. There goes the Moira. And can Cav stay alive? Cav has kept it up. He only has so little health left.
Oh my gosh. 1 HP in a dream.
1
Both
HP.
Tanks just trading backlines. Not something I don't know. I don't play Orisa a lot, but most people do like the amount of pressure you can force from range. But Kevitu's just went straight backline there while the Ram walked on his backline.
And that's one of the great advantages of having an Orisa is that there's so much tank. They can just eat damage and keep going without stopping. As they're both meeting up again. Let's see. We got one ult on the board. We have both tank ults. There goes Stray. The Wu Yang ult is out.
The Wu Yang ult gets pulled
Orisa
back.
saves her team. Oh,
Is
Soup
ISO
is so
down?
low. Can he get out? No, Kev will fall. And
Winter looking for these cleanup picks here with Blue Wolf. Ashes is gonna fall. Nostra might get staggered here. Has Fade up. Ooh, but is gonna get chased down relentlessly here. A little bit of a stagger about to happen.
Bit of a stagger, but you know, you're looking at both teams. Both teams are pretty even in the ult economy, it looks like. So we're gonna have to see how are we gonna use Bob and Ray and Cole. We're gonna have to see, as there is the form from Ramatra fighting in that staircase. There is Ray in the hallway. There's Bob.
Bob cutting off the back line.
Oh,
Able to find
Bob.
one, but the pressure front line is just too crazy. The Orisa's going to be forced to give, and Xylix falls as this payload keeps moving.
Absolutely. That was just only one ultimate on the board from each side, so pretty good. And it looks like we're swapping already to the Emre. Pretty interesting. Stray trying to stay alive as that venture, as both teams are just meeting up.
Yeah, there is
Are they going to fight for this?
Oh, the Rage
Ashes!
Oh, no, it comes out.
No, they didn't.
It does come out.
They managed to get it out on time. Soldier low.
The picks are even, actually favoring Miami now.
Oh.
And trades start coming out. Xylix falls. The Cole forcing Soup low. Gonna pop the ult
he popped
here.
his ult. Can this Orisa survive?
Orisa, I think, is going to be healthy. Soup just holding block, trying to keep this fight alive, but the close spawns in favor of Miami, coming back to point. It's just a matter of time.
Back. There's Winter!
Oh,
and there's
Ultra
Visor!
Committed. Wait, Visor is able to clean up the Winter's ult. Oh my gosh. A crazy back and forth Stray in a 1v2 on point here. Gonna look to try and delay as long as possible.
Oh, he popped ult! Can he get someone?
Back.
No! He was so close, just a few more seconds he could have... Oh man, they almost got it.
A crazy back and forth there.
Absolutely, as Miami is starting to wake up, getting ready for this they're going better and better defense the longer this goes on. On around flanking the Emery. And on around, oh, never mind. Emery will, I guess, get himself with a grenade.
They're even straight and able to get Winter.
Big pig
Oh, and another one.
Wow, straight with a double.
And I think we just have to respect the venture here. Again, Midtown, maybe not the most optimal. Ooh, Stray a little greedy there, sort of in this spawn looking for Peach Crisp.
Absolutely, as right now, both teams are just kind of feeling each other out. We're trying to see what they can do here. There goes Ashes again, falling early.
Ooh, and Xylix. Miami's going to have to give up a lot of space here.
Are they going to get Winter? No, they won't get Winter. And there goes Kev falling early. Trey, I think the only one left out there alive, and he will fall, but he will take Winter with him.
That's kind of big, right? We do get the trade here, but because of how close this last defender spawn is, they should be able to fight a 5v4 here. We have some ults on the board.
Oh, they got to go now. If they're going to go, now is the time.
The Orisa ult comes out.
There's more ults. Everyone's pressing Q.
But the picks come out kind of even. Soup is here on point, but I don't know. Will they be able to dismantle the Orisa?
The cart!
Oh, and it does happen. Orisa falls. Probably wouldn't have been able to make it to point anyways. And a little bit of a Charlie Niner. The first one of the season. Maybe not in as great of a fashion as you like to see a C9 happen. But I think we could call it a C9 nonetheless.
Yeah, absolutely. Or at least a baby C9. It was definitely rough. But for Miami, you know, you got to be hopeful. They did start making some serious noise. You know, really good stop for that one fight on the first point on defense. Now we're going to see, are they going to bring the Orisa out again? I think they should. They're leading their team in damage and in kills, and they have the least deaths by a mile. I think it'd be the great. Yep. Also love that pick on the
Okay, wait, we're mixing it up now.
Yeah,
we're
we're
mixing it
mixing
up a little bit. This DPS line here on the side of Montreal, I kind of like it. It's poke heavy, and
Ooh, they also got a wall.
I was gonna say the wall could be big. Orisa herself kind of doesn't necessarily always care about the wall. She has the cooldowns to sustain, but I'm curious to see how this May ult is gonna play out for just the back line.
Yeah, May,
Oh, man.
especially on Midtown, is a bit evil because there's so many closed spots. One wall can ruin them. So we'll have to see how is Miami going to react to that. Stray already under half.
Forced to use Burrow, and Soup is pushed up,
Oh.
looking for the poke early and finds Xylix. They're not looking to give an inch. They're playing this in spawn, which honestly,
Wow, Cat
there's
falling.
some crazy May walls you can look for here. Just early around that first turn. That's usually traditionally deemed free space, but Soup is playing it here with Blue Wolf. As
Absolutely.
Stray is kind of
Chilling.
looking, yeah, to get maybe a flank going, some sort of motion. Spotted out there by the Hanzo. Does burrow in, not going to commit to anything.
And that's why scouting is really good. That right there is what scouting got you. Got you to know where that venture was, knew where they were, and they were able to capitalize on that. Blue Wolf falls! That's a huge kill! And Stray trying to get one more before they...
Stray's going to live
Oh,
on 1
they
HP.
will!
If they stabilize here, they can aggress on this now. Stray back in with another burrow kill
Oh,
on the
no.
back line. And it's just Soup and Peach's crisp here as Soup falls low and is gonna fall to Xylix. This should be a cap here, and they're hungry. They want to give it back. Xylix with, what was that, a 3-piece McNugget
Yup.
on the board. And a
Xylix
clean
going...
first fight.
Dude, wait, look at Stray. He is being a little bit of a witch hunter. He is hiding behind them like a gremlin, and now he's running away. As now Miami now has the cart. They have almost 5 minutes on the board going into this, so let's see. We know that Montreal has quite a good... Ooh, good kill from Winter. They have quite a time, even if they go full distance. Ooh, there's Dragon.
Zoning Dragon a little off. The scouting report off on that one. That's okay. Ooh, but
Ooh,
Winter with
Xylix
another pick.
falls.
Yeah. And Soup looking to collapse on this. Rox Nostra forces the Mizuki TP.
Wow,
And
no
there it is.
falls.
And this push just kind of gets shut down. Again,
We have
back to taking
discovered
angles, back to
there.
dishing out spam. As Miami looks to regroup. And
Yeah, and
Winter
right now...
is looking to cut off this rotation here from the Venture.
Ooh, can that get
A
someone?
big ult. Soup falls low, but able to get care.
Wow, that's a lot of ults. They get rid of Winter. And Asura falls. That's 2 big picks. And Soup falls as well. Miami doing a great job working together to get these picks.
3 ults were committed there. As Winter is going to swap over to the Reaper.
Right now, Stray doing a lot of work here, really trying to make the enemy really paranoid about this venture. I love how they're flanking right now. They're really trying to annoy them. As there goes a rock on point, doesn't get anyone, but it's just the supports on point. That's a little rough to leave
Careful,
both
they could get
supports
walked down.
there.
But the Orisa drops, and now we're looking at backline trades potentially.
Yeah, and there's that May wall.
Who will give first? Blue Wolf
They're
falls,
still
but Orisa's
up, but
dangerously
Ev.
low.
That's the risk of trading backlines, though. Losing your tank early, not great. Ooh, there.
Orisa falls kind of late. Miami needs to be careful here. The stagger potential is still here. Someone else could fall. That'll force another long regroup.
Absolutely, as right now,
Straight falling
both
low.
these teams are just doing a great job feeling each other out. We have a lot of ultimates still. We have 5 ults on the board between both teams. There goes another ice wall. And Reaper looks like they're about to pop ult on. No, they're not popping ult, but they're going to get behind them. Oh, he doesn't get anyone. He's going to get chased out, actually.
Mirror raised, but the male comes out.
Whoa.
Gets eaten by Kevitz.
Wow.
The fight's still alive. Trades come out. It looks like it's in the favor of Montreal. I say that, but the Orisa ult comes out. Kevitz trying to fight it, but Xylix falls, and he's a one-man army now.
Wow.
Gonna get walked down by Winner.
Kev has, at that point, tried to be a superhero with this Orisa play. We're just going to have to see. They're going to the Winton. I love Winton. Winton.
Soup up, looking to create some pressure. Able to find
Wow.
Stray. And Ash just needs to be careful. Actually, the whole team needs to be careful here. You're down. You probably do want to wait for...
Oh, Blossom!
Able to
Wow,
find
they
one.
trade support. Waiting for Mizuki. That's a little rough, but both teams still have their Junos. This monkey cannot die. This monkey needs to build this all as fast as they can. And
Venture
there
ult
goes the
coming out.
Venture ult.
May falling low, has no ice block in sight, but Stray gets traded out. Not before Soup does too.
And there goes the Mizuki ult just to protect everybody and to keep the cart moving. Reaper to
Winston
the
wants to
right.
get one of these kills here. Oh, it's gonna be so awkward if they don't. Because Cart actually has a pretty decent amount of weight, like distance to travel. There is gonna be one more fight here for this point. No ultimates on the board yet. Soup close,
Kev!
and Kev falls.
That's rough. Kev falling early. Xylix getting a kill, but Northstar will fall. And now... Trey gets a kill as well. Can Ash stay alive? Ash cannot die here. And Ash will fall. Xylix will fall as well. And that will be it. This game 2. It will go to Montreal. It's now 2-0 to Montreal.
Oh man. There was a lot of back and forth there on that map. I did like it though. Things were looking up for Miami in some of those fights. And I was gonna say, I think we have to give some shout outs here.
Yep.
I don't know Stray as a player. I'm pretty sure this might be their rookie season. Some crazy venture plays there.
We got 2 Junos?
Oh, I think the end screen is just
Bugged.
bugged in the customs. But yeah, some crazy plays coming out of this venture here. And I think that might be the key, right? I think, unironically, Stray's venture and Kevitz had a lot of plays there on tank that I think could take Miami to start making a comeback, mounting a comeback here in this series. I really think they need to get their backline under control, though. There's a lot of early picks happening onto some of the other squishy members of the Miami roster. And I don't know how to remedy it exactly. Cass was banned that map. You couldn't have a Cass sort of babysit. I know the on-run was sort of an issue there on their defense. But I don't know. Again, I'm a big advocate for Lucio. Not only I talk about the speed, right? You love the rotations. But if you have someone who could play Lucio, he is the character, right? Like, you can mark the off angle. Yes, you have to be careful, but you can mark a flanker for your team. You could be just as annoying, right? Like, I'm sure anyone who plays Tracer or Genji has tried to take a cheeky angle once in their life against a Lucio who pre-fires some dinner plates around the corner you're walking through. And it's like, oh, either there goes your recall, or you have to back up, go grab a mini, you have to wait. Like, it shuts down sort of the collapse sometimes. And I just don't think Miami has that in their backline right now, and they need it. I don't know if it has to take the form of a Lucio, but I think one of the supports has to sort of dedicate some time to marking off angles before they become too big of a threat. Winner was sort of running it down there on the on-run. And again, the DPS should help, but I do think that that's Miami's big problem, is their backline gets a little too exposed on some of these off angles.
Yeah, and I know you were saying about like annoying people and stuff. You can also throw Kiri in that mix where Kiri could have went and scouted some more and stuff like that. Kiri can be really annoying. I feel like Kiri and Tracer are a lot of like the same, where they could just go on mini off angles, just be high, and then just poof. But yeah, I wonder. We're gonna have to see what Miami's gonna do. The biggest thing with Miami is, can Kev keep working with Stray for these dives? Because when it works, man, does it work. Stray can easily get a lot of kills. He just needs his team to make a lot of noise so he can just get behind them. And, you know, for Montreal, they're just doing a really good job watching each other's backs and really staying collective as a unit, just negating those angles. So.
Okay, but we are, again, looking at another map where
Yep.
Miami is going to get map pick and hero ban first.
This is match point.
Yeah, this is do or die for Miami. You want to start building off. You had a couple of really good fights there. You want to really take that and spin that going into this third map. You need a win here to keep the series alive.
Absolutely. In terms of who you're going to ban on Montreal, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you could get rid of... I feel like Soup Sigma is really good. I feel like Soup's comfort pick is Sigma. If I was them, I'd get rid of Sigma on this next map. Whatever it's going to be. I'd get rid of Sigma.
Yeah, it could work. I don't know, though, right? I feel like the Ram there was pretty respectable.
It was.
So I'm not sure. I think it depends on what Kev wants to play. But I do think they find success if the backline manages to live on the side of Miami. Whether, honestly, I'm not opposed to trying goofy things, right? If we need to lock, like, Kiri Moira just for the cooldowns, like just for the fade abilities, just for the survivability, I'm down to see that happen. Because I think no matter what, Miami's backline just needs to live and give Stray and Kevitz some time to find some picks. Even Xylix there on the Sierra had a couple of moments, had a couple of telltale moments. They just need to give their team time to find the picks.
I agree. Okay. Looks like we're going to head to good old Saravasa. This is my favorite map in the game. This is my absolute favorite map. Love Saravasa.
I was going to say, ever since the game mode was introduced, Saravasa, a staple pick when it comes to Flashpoint, but a pretty beloved map by most of the community. I think generally Saravasa is the Flashpoint map and also just a fan favorite.
Yeah, I think Saravasa, especially after the little rework they did, it's one of the best looking maps. I love all the extra lanes they put into it and everything. Also, really like all the stuff they did at Antarctica. If you haven't played that, that has so many new lanes in it. First time I played on New Antarctica, I was like, what the? Like, there's a staircase here now?
Yeah, they did. They did do, I think, a pretty good job opening up the map. I think a lot more people have a lot less complaints with it, for sure.
Bias caster. Panda. Bias cast app. That's crazy, Panda. Miami GM drops today. We'll have to see. This is a really good map, though. This is my favorite map for tanks like, you know, like Junker Queen, Hazard, Mauga. I think those are like pretty much the tops of this map. You can always go like your Ramatra and Orisa still, but I feel like this is a very rushed map. This map demands speed. And weirdly enough, neither of these teams, I think, have a Lucio in them at all. So
Yeah, you hate to see it as a frog enthusiast myself.
I know.
But again, I think that's a lot of the fun, though, especially when you come right. The theory crafting gets to come out here, right? If you really want to try and run something that looks like a rush, but you don't have a Lucio in your hero pool, right? What are your options? Are you gonna opt for the Juno speed ring? Are you gonna forgo speed entirely and maybe set your backline up as far away as possible, right? Like see some Kiri Wu Yang stuff. They can make rotations sort of on their own, and then everyone else is on a mobile hero. Or even if they can't make a rotation alone, they could sit back far enough where they're sort of okay. I don't know. There's no clear answer, right? Like you could go back and forth all day with how you want to do it. And
Absolutely. There's so many different things, and it looks like Sig ban, and so it looks like Miami's gonna ban the Sig, which I like the call. I don't know about this map for Sig, but in general, I think getting rid of Sig is not a bad idea. Especially, it seems like Soup tried to go Ramatra. It was decent, but went a little rough. First life or two. Then he went back to the Sigma. So that gone. That's gonna be interesting, and it looks like MTL will ban the Venture, which is a little rough for Stray. So we're gonna see what is Stray got in that backpack. What do they have as the the backup? Looks like, based off of their hero, at least levels, the next highest is Tracer, and then it goes like not for a while until we get to Sode. So I'm gonna guess the Tracer, which Tracers are cool. Tracer works really well on this map too. This is a really good Tracer map, or Genji, or any of those other flankers. This is a great map for them.
yeah, I just hope whatever Stray plays, it's as clean as the Venture. Because honestly, if it's not, I think MTL made out like bandits with this ban phase. Like you said,
Absolutely.
I do think maybe Soup is the stronger on Sig than the Ramatra, but not protect banning the Venture. I think might be a blunder here, because I think Stray's Venture is the ticket in, but
I agree. Yeah, I think
maybe they are crazy at Tracer, or maybe they're gonna pull out a crazy Genji here. I don't know. We'll see, but I have a feeling Montreal made out like bandits with this pick and ban.
Yeah, I think they did pretty good in the bans, but we're gonna have to see what they're going to. We're gonna have to see about that with good old Stray. I guess we're gonna see him on Tracer. I like to play Tracer sometimes when I'm bored. Tracer can be a lot of fun. And we're going to guarantee see Onron from Wins. I'm just imagining we're going to see the Onron. I'm not going to be shocked if we see Onron. Imagine we see Onron Mauga. That'd be a little mean. It's a little mean of a comp.
I honestly, I just want to see Mauga. I love seeing someone run it down. I get probably at most people who play support don't like to see a Mauga, right? It is so fun watching a Mauga run it down. I love it.
You want to see Mauga run it down, and then with Onron, man, they're gonna just
I want to see it.
Go at it.
But we do have a quick bio break coming out here, so chat, you get us yapping. We're ad-libbing until we're able to go on the map.
Oh,
never mind. This is the fastest bio break of all time.
You better have already got your hot pockets made and everything, okay?
Popcorn better be popped, guys. It's over.
Yeah, you better have done that in the half a second We had a break. Okay, that was a long time. Overwatch 3 came out during this break.
True. Overwatch 3, also known as Overwatch 1, also known as Overwatch 2.5.
But also, Overwatch. Overwatch again. Season 1. Thanks, Blizzard.
True.
Which Overwatch did you join in? That one.
Yeah, you just gotta say the year now. Either you expose yourself, you're an unk like me, and you've been grinding since what, 2016? A decade now? Or
A decade of Overwatch.
yeah, I know. Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
It's okay. I almost did a decade of Rocket League. It's okay. I know
Okay,
you're probably.
it
sad.
appears our lobby host decided to go get food.
And they
I don't
said
know-
they're at the fridge.
I don't know what's happening.
Did bro just go into a bottle? What are you talking about, Panda? I'm reading the chat. What Panda are you talking about? I see you. Oh, we're going into the game? Okay, then. We're in it.
We're finally in. Bio break's done. Food break's done. Potentially the last
popcorn.
map here. It's a do or die if you're a Miami fan.
First stream of the new season. And for Montreal, I know Booger doesn't run Montreal anymore, but you know, he's got to probably be watching. He ran it for so long.
Yeah, shout out Booger if you're in the chat, or if you're a Booger Bear fan. I know Staff is. He was our resident stat guru for the longest time. I believe.
Oh yeah, he still is.
Yeah, there was rumors though. I heard that the United Rogue is trying to use AI. It's taking over.
Oh no!
And just gonna pull the stats from the logs. I don't know if they've done it yet, but if you're in the chat, if you love Booger, if you want to keep him employed, give us a hashtag employ Booger in the chat, because that man is literally the backbone of stats.
Yeah, when it comes to the AI stuff, one day we just see Kiriko's averaging 10k damage. Like, how? But here we go. As it looks like Miami will get to the point first.
Ooh, and a huge pick. Stray, making me eat my words with an early pick on that Tracer.
Really great stuff here as... Ooh, there goes getting rid of Nasha. Ooh, can Soldier stay alive? Soldier will, and Miami will.
Ooh, Xylix.
Good point.
With the cleanup here. And I like this, the angles that are being taken. Ooh, but Winter marks Stray. And now MTL looking to flip this point.
Yeah,
and the flip does come through, but some people falling low. Ashes falls, but Xylix trades for Asura, and it's back and forth.
Ooh.
As now I believe Montreal is going to be able to stabilize on this point.
Can Kev stay alive? No, Kev is going to fall out quickly.
Needs to be careful here. Oh,
wow, that's a big stagger. That's crazy.
The stagger coming out. The first baby diva stagger of the season. Not as toxic as it could have been, but a couple of extra seconds nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely not great, but not too big of a deal, as it looks like Diva's on their way back, and you're getting ready for this next team fight. No ults out. Well, never mind. Winter has the only ult on the board. If I was them, I would be pressing Q as fast as I can.
You have to watch for the Suzu, though. I believe...
Oh, there goes the Suzu, I think. I think it already went away.
Oh, a pick on a Nostra. And Nostra kind of split there. I think rotated a point way too early, but Asura falls. Not before Ashes does, and Kevit's finding one, but it's just going to be him and Stray desperately trying to keep it alive, but Montreal is going to clean up here.
Yeah,
here the stagger doesn't matter. Yeah, I was going to say, first point in favor of MTL.
If I was Kev, I would honestly pop this ult and honestly go back to the Orisa. I felt like Orisa did really well in Midtown, and it really did a great job just like you know, holding down the team a little better than the Diva, but we'll have to see. As it looks, yeah, we have a lot of ults on the board. We're about to have 4 ults from Montreal ready to go. That is crazy.
Both teams are able to meet point here. The rush gets committed.
There goes Stray. Oh, both Kastunes are out. Peak falls early.
Yeah, Stray's in the back line causing mayhem.
Yeah.
And Pix actually getting flipped. I don't even know. It's just an ult, like, party on point, but the picks are in favor of Montreal.
They are, but, you know, Emerald Classic fashion, the ult party. How many ults did we use? We used 6
ults from MTL.
4 and then 3 from Miami. So we used 7 ults in that fight. That's a classic Emerald fight if I've ever seen one.
You do have Cole here. It's the only thing online right now. If they're smart, I think they could use it aggressively here.
Absolutely. I mean, you could definitely push in with that and start a real fight. Help your team really build their ults quickly. Stray's the only one next up on the board gonna get their ult quick. So we'll have to see.
And there goes Sora. And Stray's on this backline angle fighting Winter. The picks start being traded. Nostra falls again, and Ash's Waffle might get focused down here.
And there goes
Kevitz find Peaches.
Oh, there goes Ash.
It's Kevitz again. Last man standing against a Baby Diva and Winter.
Yeah, are they gonna get the Baby Diva, or is Baby Diva gonna live? Baby Diva's gonna survive. And they will cap the second point.
Ooh, a crazy stick
a double!
As Stray's fighting to keep it alive, and Xylix with the follow-up! Oh no, but it's OT, they need to get on the point!
No,
Xylix, you have to stand on it!
You guys have to
commit!
Oh
the ball comes through!
Wrecking Ball gets there in time!
Oh,
there
but Winter,
is the on-run ult!
with a hero ult of their own, potentially? No, it is gonna get flipped.
Really great play there from Stray with the double kill with the pulse bomb. That is crazy. Managing to help cap the point back. And now we have the Wrecking Ball in play. Wrecking Ball is pretty interesting, I feel like. Can really work well with the Tracer. And there goes Waffle falling early. Ooh, Stray falling well with Blue with a good double. Ooh, that's a big hit. That's a good kill.
But it's just him again.
This
is an all too familiar image if you're a Miami fan, as the flip goes through, and we're potentially approaching last point territory as these teams rotate to the next objective.
Next flashpoint ruins.
Absolutely, as right now, for Montreal, you got about 4 ults on the board versus Miami's just 3. And Nostra has been holding on to this Cole for at least 5 fights, I feels like. This has been so long.
And the Ajax!
Oh my goodness!
And Ashley desperately tries to help, but gets folded for trying. And it's gonna be a quick 3 in and 3 out as Miami has to reset.
That is really rough for Nostra. Finally popping the ult and instantly gets folded for it. That's gotta be rough. Ooh, but Stray's already they're about to have their ult back. 3 ults are online, but yeah, it's basically all ults on Montreal. Oh, they didn't get anyone with the Pulse Bomb. There's a Diva Bomb.
The remake is forced.
Wow, they get one!
That's unfortunate, as Miami finds himself down 1 again.
Absolutely.
And the Ray comes out.
Uno Ray. Here.
Xylix ults 1. Winter turns around and gets revenge as this progress takes up more and more. You gotta remember, it's Flashpoint here. Last fight territory sneaks up on you here, as we're at 61% and climbing.
Pretty rough, but no one really had. Well, they have Visor and they have Kitsune Rush for Montreal. So if they just pop those 2, that's kind of the it of the game. But then again, Stray is. Oh no, that's not Stray. That's Xylix. Blue Wolf gets a pick early. There goes Stray, and then Ash's ball fall. Peach has fallen. There's no supports left for Montreal alive. Miami managing to cap the point back. Diva getting
through
Dang.
despite the picks on the early picks on the Miami backline. They managed to pull this out. Buns, I don't know if you're in the chat, but if you're watching, please put your backline on a leash. Tell them they gotta play back.
Absolutely. They gotta stay more together. We'll have to see as this keeps going on, but right now we're already at 50% for Miami. Or well, now we're at 50.
If they take an early fight here, if Kevitz gets grabbed, they could make this potentially last
Dude,
fight.
that grab, if it looks at that left door right now, that left hallway, it would hit 3 right now. That would be perfect for them if they could get the 3 of them. But we'll have to see. Oh, are they going to get the Juno? Are they going to get Asura? Asura escapes. No, the Tracer's going to keep trying. There's Kitsune Rush.
Dropping the Kitsune Rush. The picks come out. Oh, huge grab and a big stick. But it's just Stray here against Winter and a defense matrix. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this one off.
No, they will not. They still have Kitsune, though. If they get back to point quick enough, they can prop the Kitsune. Juno's back on point with Soldier. Soldier gets the kill, but Soldier will fall for it. Wrecking Ball's back. Kiri pops Kitsune immediately. And it looks like they're going to stay alive. They will.
Able to keep this OT alive. Stray is back.
Oh,
that might be your ticket.
Stray,
able to find
get
Blue Wolf. As Kevitz falls dangerously low. No shields, no cooldowns used. A big slam, though. Peach Crisp is low. And the visor comes out. But defense matrix is just too good of an ability. Asura falling low. Stray with the cleanup.
And there goes Nastra falling.
Again, just Stray. And I believe it's too little, too late. I say that though.
Oh my
and a stick!
goodness!
Stray gets picked though, but not before Ball comes in with a giant slam. Winner's half. Diva has to live or she's gonna get DMAC.
Wow!
And oh my god, they
kidding me!
They keep it alive. They do have a touch here. The Diva flies in.
And they'll get the point!
Miami is able to flip it, keeping the series alive.
Wow, at the final breath of the series about to go out, Miami finally gets the point. That is crazy. What a play from Stray, though, for that whole point. That is crazy. Yeah, Stray versus the world. I agree, Stan. That was crazy. And we're going to see, can Stray keep this up? Right now, both teams are kind of just feeling each other out. Peach will fall early. Another great pick from Stray. Xylix falls. Good kill from Soup. Ooh, there goes the M-Ray. Oh, Stray falls early. They have 2 ultimates online for Miami. And so does Montreal.
As Miami is mounting this retake here, now they're up 1. And they do have the minefield here. This could be a huge zoning ult to just have the flip go through, depending on where Kevitz uses this here.
Absolutely. There is the Ray to help him get in nicely.
But Xylix,
ooh, there's TP.
Yeah, gets
oh, a Sora falls, but there goes Ashes for it. And Peach falls. No support on either side.
And this is just a story. It's Winner and Soup. Kevitz and
Stray versus Soup and Winner. Who will win it? Soup falls! And Miami will cap the point back.
And the ult economy on the side of Montreal, though, is staggering. We're only going to have Cole and Visor, it looks like, for this fight on the side of Miami. You need to take this fight smart. You need to look for something early here before the ults.
You gotta use that Cole. You gotta use that Cole just to beat out ults so that Visor is cleaner. There's the first ult. There's Visor. Cole is out, but he gets rejected.
And I think, despite the monumental effort,
they've used 3 ultimates for this fight.
They did.
That's actually a bit big, especially if Visor can get back in time. I don't think
They
they're
should
going to get...
have a touch. They have a trade. They have a ball here. No
But
matter
he's
what,
already
they should get the
half.
touch.
He's already so low. They use 4 ults. Waffles will fall. Xylix
Blue
will
Wolf
fall as
with
well.
his own 3-piece.
Yeah, and Nastra will fall. That will end the series for Montreal.
And there it is. A 3-up, 3-down, 3-0 series victory for the side of Montreal. If you're a Montreal fan, you ate good tonight. The rebranding serving its purpose. They showed up and showed out tonight.
Absolutely, but you know, still, it's week 1. And for Miami, honestly, I think they had some really great ups, and I think there's some really great ups in their fights. There is definitely some things you could take away from that and be happy with from that
For
being your first
sure.
match.
I saw Foliage say it in the chat earlier. What are they feeding these Emerald players? We've seen a lot of crazy plays come out tonight. Unironically, some crazy skill expressed in these lobbies tonight. And a lot of new faces that I'm not familiar with. Stray, Kevitz. Hey, you guys are definitely shaping up to potentially be staple names in UR household. So I was going to say, if you're a Miami fan, don't be discouraged. This was a great look here as you move forward into week 2.
Absolutely. But yeah, I think both sides have a lot to go from here. Montreal looking really great. Miami, I think, had some great fights. But yeah, we'll go 3-0 to Montreal. So that will do it for us here. And I guess until we see you guys next time, bye-bye.
Yeah, don't forget to tune in. We have more United Rogue to come all weekend long. Thank you for showing up. And please tune in as the weekend goes on. Have a good night.
Bye.